Did you feed the puppy today? I wonder if the puppy was fed today. Have you ever noticed that a small change in what you say completely alters the way people react to your words? Yes, words have power. Today's class is different. It's not about big words or fancy vocabulary. This is about the power of words. 5 small, simple, subtle changes in the words that we use every day to create a powerful effect on our persuasion skills and make us advanced English speakers. Now, these magic words will blow your mind. In fact, what I'm going to show you today is years of research done by Jonah Berger, who's a professor at the Wharton School at UPenn. And I'm going to show you how you can use these magic words to transform your daily communication. So let's get going. Hey, this is Chetna and you're watching Chet Chat. It's a Friday today, and this content is also available as a podcast on Skill Up with Chet Chat. Magic words number 1. I don't versus I can't. Now here's a situation. You're trying to eat healthy, or maybe you have fitness goals, and someone offers you a chocolate cake. Response 1. I can't eat chocolate cake. Or I can't have that, meaning I want to have it but I'm not allowed to have it. It's a restriction or it's being forced on me. Response 2. I don't eat chocolate cake or I don't take sweets, meaning I am that type of person. It is my choice. I am in control and I choose not to eat sweets. I have the power to decide. Did you see the difference? Stop saying I can't. I can't skip my workout means I really want to, but I'm stuck with this training plan. Instead say, I don't skip my morning workout. I choose not to. I can't go to the party on a weekday means I'm not allowed to. Or I don't go to parties on weekdays means it is who I am. I focus on my work. This, by the way, has a huge impact on the others. Suddenly you'll find them backing off. They'll stop forcing you to do the things that you don't want to do, and they will even respect you and the choices that you're making. This is going to make you feel super confident. You now have an identity. You are the person who eats healthy. You prioritize your work. So replace I can't with I don't. Magic words number 2, verb versus noun. Action versus identity. Now here's the situation. So one day I had little children in my class and I wanted them to help me clear up the mess after the whole day of activities. Situation 1, I asked them, which of you will help me today? Only a few tiny hands went up. Most of them were not interested. Now, situation 2, the next time I asked, who wants to be my helper today? More than half the class put their hands up because now it defines their identity. What is the difference? In the first case, which of you will help me today, I use the verb or the action form of help. And in the second case, I use the noun form, helper. So, how does that matter? Well, helper is a noun and it's an identity. It's a label. Everyone wants to be a helper, a dog lover, an activist, a liberal. It's our identity. It's who we are. Now, if I told you that person A runs and person B is a runner, who do you think runs more regularly and seriously? Person B, right? So if you want to persuade someone, don't ask them to vote. Ask them to be a voter. If you want them to listen to you, ask them to be a listener. Create an identity for them around the action that you want them to take. Now let's say it's your resume. On your resume, don't say, I am a hard-working person. It means, well, most of the time I try to work hard. Instead say, I am a hard worker. It means, this is who I am. I do it all the time. I always work hard. I believe in it. Replace verbs with nouns. Replace actions with identities. Magic words number 3, should versus could. Now the situation is, you want someone else to exercise, or let's say you want to convince yourself to achieve your own goals. Now response 1, you say, you should go to the gym 4 times a week. Response 2, you could go to the gym tomorrow. What's the difference? The first one sounds like an order, like an instruction, like expectation. Example, I keep telling myself I should really meditate more often. But the unspoken follow-up is, but I don't. And now there's guilt in my mind. Oh no, I should meditate more often. For example, if you tell someone, you should really be studying this morning, the unspoken ending is, but you're not. It makes the person feel that we are criticizing their choices. In the second one, could gives freedom to make positive choices. You could go to the gym tomorrow. You could also take a walk. You could ride a bike, or you could do yoga at home. Just see how a plethora of options opened up by shifting our language and our mindset. Or even more politely, you can say, you could consider going to the gym a few times a week. This sounds like a mature suggestion, which they are very likely to follow. Replace should with could. Magic words number 4, you, I, pronouns. Now situation. Someone in your office, school or home did not do what they were supposed to do. Response 1. Did you send that email? Did you feed the dog? Did you send that deck to the manager? How many videos did you upload last week? Response number 2. Was that email sent? Was the dog fed? Was the deck sent to the manager? How many videos were uploaded last week? What's the difference? The first kind of statements sound like accusations, like inquiries, like negative statements to the listener. They're bound to get defensive. The second one is kinder. And what have you done? You've shifted the focus now onto the task instead of the person. I use this very often in office. Instead of saying, you did not do this or that, I try to say, this or that was not done. Here's another way that I use quite often. Instead of, please upload this video immediately, I would just say, this video needs to be uploaded immediately. The focus shifts from you to the video. And that's why they call it the passive voice. It makes you sound a little more passive. And by the way, if you want a detailed video on active and passive voice, then I'm going to drop a link for you below and make sure you see it after this one. Let's take another situation. You are hurt by your partner and you want to talk about it. Response number 1, you say, you were very rude to me. You hurt me with that remark. Response number 2, you say, I felt hurt with that remark. What's the difference? In the first case, by using the pronoun you, it sounds like you're accusing them. You did this, you did that. Immediately, your partner is going to get defensive and they're going to respond in a couple of ways. They might say, I didn't say that, or I didn't mean it. Or they might say, you are also rude. In the second case, they cannot deny your feelings. After all, you're feeling hurt. Now the focus shifts from them to the action, the feeling hurt. You are sharing vulnerability and they start caring more because it becomes easier for them to settle the matter. So don't start with you, instead begin your sentences with I. Magic words number 5, self-talk situation. Now let's say you're in the gym. You want to lift a 25 kg dumbbell, but it looks hard. You have only been doing about 15 to 20 kgs up to now. Now you need to motivate yourself. Response 1, I can do it. I can lift it. Response 2, you can do it. Come on, Chetna, you can do it. What's the difference? In the first case, by using first person, the pressure is all on me. In the second case, it's like a friend is motivating me. Let me explain this. Usually, let's say you're worried about something. What happens? Your friend or your partner or your close colleagues, they sense your anxiety and they say, you'll do great. Don't worry about it. You can do it. The same way, when we speak to ourselves in second or third person, like you can do it, come on, Chetna, it reduces the stress and we feel supported. Let's take another situation. You have an important presentation, you're anxious and stressed, and you need some self-talk. Now response 1, why am I feeling this way? I don't need to feel stressed. Gosh, this actually ends up creating more anxiety in me, right? Response to third person. Why does Chetna feel stressed? Chetna doesn't need to feel nervous. A simple change of words makes me feel more relaxed and in control. Stress becomes support with a small shift. So talk to yourself in third person when you want support. I know a few people will think you're crazy, but it's a magic word. And there it is, 5 magic words that can change your life. I hope you found it useful, and make sure you share this and subscribe to the channel and press the like button so I'm motivated to make more such videos for you. And happy learning!